In selling real estate in the city of Abuja to several of my clients, or pitching to several clients who has called in request for properties in the city of Abuja, I have come to realize that a lot of people still have this ideology that Lagos is a more better place in terms of investing into the real estate, in terms of living in the environment compared to the city of Abuja. And then I found it fit for me to make this very video, and then I might be a little biased, right? But whatever you think is on the contrary or whatever you think is wrong, you can always drop on the comment section, and then I would also make another video in regards to that very comment. Now, in the process of selling real estate to different clients in the city of Abuja, now a lot of people they are still drawn. In fact, I've had a transaction where the client was supposed to make a payment for a two-bedroom apartment on the very day, and then she saw something else in Lagos, right, that was befitting, which I am not disputing. And then she left Abuja and went to Lagos because she is in love with the place. And then for me, I felt like that was the wrong move, right? Because you would also want to live in an environment that is similar to where you're coming from. This is just a summary of our entire conversation for this very video. So do ensure to stay till the very end to listen to what I have to say and don't just feel like I am being biased. Yes, I'll be biased in some areas, but I am speaking the absolute fact when it comes to selling real estate in the city of Abuja. My name is Alefune David, and I am the real estate broker in the city of Abuja who is committed to bringing you the absolute best of real estate, educating you, and also bringing you the most affordable real estate investment opportunities in this very city. Now, we all know that the federal capital city was moved from Lagos to Abuja in the 70s, and then the construction of Abuja came in during the 80s, and then Abuja was fully established in the 90s. And to date, Abuja is also still a purpose-built city, right? But we can never take out the fact that Lagos is also a very, very nice place to live, which I am not also disputing that. Let's now move in the direction of investing into its real estate. Right. Like I stated earlier, I am consistently and actively playing in the Abuja real estate sector, and I can categorically tell you that the sector of real estate in Abuja is very, very regulated compared to other states or other cities in Nigeria, which is a major edge for Abuja, for both the developers, for both the investors, and also for us as realtors and agents who are selling real estate consistently in this very city. Now, we're having the conversation sometime last week on the recording of this very video, and then the conversation derailed to the point of developers having no issues, emphasis on the word developers who know what they are doing, right? Having no issues with homeowners, having no issues with community youth and all of that when it comes to development of estates inside this very city. But it is totally different in a place like Lagos, because you will definitely come in contact with homeowners and all of that. But because of the regulation the sector has, it eradicates that very rough system that developers experience when they are developing new estates in the different regions of Nigeria. This regulation is in both ways, in terms of the administrative part of things and also in terms of the developmental part of things. In terms of the administration, we have two different CFOs and also we have two different RFOs. We also have a lot more other titles that are not found in your state jurisdiction, but you can easily find them here in the FCT. I'm talking about your letter of intent, your RFO, and all of that. Right, those are in the aspect of the administrative part of things when it comes to the real estate of Abuja. Now, let's move to the part of the development. We all know that Abuja is a purpose-built city, and as of right now, it is currently one of the most fastest developing cities in all of the world. Comparing Lagos and Abuja in terms of the development is not even something that is fair, right? And I'm sure you and I would both agree on this very statement, right? And in that sense, this puts Abuja ahead of Lagos. Secondly is the serenity and calmness of living in Abuja. Lagos, on the other hand, is a very, very wonderful place for you to live, like I stated earlier, but you can never ever take out the fact that Abuja is one of the most calm and peaceful places you can live in all of Nigeria. Right. And then I have heard a couple of my clients talking about the insecurity in Abuja. And then I was having a conversation with a client who came in from the UK the other week. And then I was trying to explain that the way it is being projected on the media is totally different than what we are seeing here on ground. Right? On ground, it is a localized something. It does not affect the entire city or the entire space of Abuja, right? All of the things you see in terms of the insecurity is a localized crime. Therefore, it is not affecting all of the city. But this is totally different for a place like Lagos. And also, you have some of the parts that the calmness and the serenity is also still found there. But in terms of the total mass of calmness and peacefulness in these said cities, Abuja is also still ahead of Lagos in that regards. I talked about Abuja being a purpose-built city and how it's currently one of the most fastest developing cities to live in all of the world. And one of the major reasons why the FCT was stripped off of Lagos and then now relocated it to Abuja is because of the space, the expansion space in terms of the planning of the city. Lagos was a place that you can no longer expand in terms of the size of the city. But I can tell you something in this video, that there are 5 major states in Nigeria that you can put together, and then they've not even made the landmass of Abuja as a city, which makes it a very, very important thing. In fact, Monaco as a country does not even have more landmass than the University of Abuja. This gives you an idea of how very, very big this city is, and also how it can be expanded when the population starts tripling. Right now, Lagos is around 24 million people, while the city of Abuja is still struggling behind with around 6 million to 7 million people as of the year 2025. So in the regards of the planning and also the development of this very city, Abuja still tops in terms of the structure of how this very city is. I have talked about how Abuja has a room for expansion when the population starts getting to the 10 million range and also to the 15 million range, which is projected to happen in 2030. And by that time, there is always room for expansion in this very city. Now, in Abuja, there are several areas designated for living. You have area designated for residential, you have area designated for commercial, and all of that. So this gives you an idea of how planned this city is and how it can be able to transform in the next coming years, even putting in the population growth as a major factor. Now moving away from the planning and also for the room of expansion in this very city, talking about the affordability in both cities, Abuja still has a major edge in terms of the affordability in buying real estate in this very city. Currently, we have estates that are currently on pre-launch for as low as 5.5 million naira, very close to the international airport, right? But in a place like Lagos, for you to see a land close to the airport, it is going to be in the millions and top high range. So this gives you an idea of how affordable the city of Abuja real estate is and how you can be able to maximize by investing right now when the market is still at a very low point, because you can be able to maximize your returns when you're investing in strategic locations in this very city. Let's talk about the advantage Lagos possesses over Abuja. One thing we can never ever take away from Lagos is the population factor, right? One of the major reasons why real estate is overpriced in Lagos is because of the population factor. I stated earlier that as of my last check, currently the population of Lagos is over 24 million people, while in Abuja, the case is totally different. And we all know about the demand and the supply principle in economics, that the more the demand, the lower the supply, the higher the price of that said product. And that is what is happening in Lagos as a city. Nevertheless, we can never take away the factor of population from Lagos as a city, because that is one of the major reasons while the real estate in Lagos is still thriving as of this very moment. Another major advantage Lagos has over Abuja is that it is known as the commercial hub of Nigeria as a whole, making it one of the go-to places for businesses and all of that, also making the city to thrive in terms of the economic differences in Abuja and Lagos as a city. Putting all of this together, the summary of this said conversation is very contextual. People have different preferences, and also I respect the preferences each and every one of us has. Alright, some people would prefer Lagos over Abuja because of some certain reasons. Some people prefer Abuja over Lagos, But with all of this as an investor, if you are choosing where to invest in as of right now, then I would say Abuja has a major advantage for you as an investor. If you are looking to, invest strategically and also be able to maximize your returns on your investment. Like I stated earlier, we have investment opportunities very close to the airport, just 12 minutes away from the airport, that are currently selling for 5.5 million naira. And in a place like Lagos, you cannot find something like that for yourself as an investor. This gives you an idea of how you can be able to maximize on some of these said affordability Abuja presents over Lagos. Now, if you want to invest into the Abuja real estate market, do ensure to reach out to me on the number shown on your screen to get more information and also to get started on how you can start investing into this very city. Once again, my name is Alefune David and I am the real estate broker in the city of Abuja, who is committed to bringing you the absolute best of real estate, educating you, and also bringing you the most affordable real estate investment opportunities in this very city. I'll see you on our next session. Until then, stay safe.